Shubor naga Snem Jong Nongsan Hima.
Ka Sorkar Meghalaya Democratic Alliance Hnegas ngi kra Rakhe lingkho dap Snem Jong Jingsynshar Jong ya kajla. Ya kanigas ngi rapan shit pencengan dagi jingrwai bat kaput katem baper bat ka jingkran na kipat ba kibawan sakhamat bantre haki kam baper. Ha kanigas ngi kinong kran baper klapan pau bakani ka Sorkar kala trebor ba banwanra eki kampen roy baper lakade hakilentik singking ne kiwi ki kampen roy.
Can we have a round of applause, please?
My name is Kevin from Rakhe. I am from Myran, from the newly formed district, Eastern West Khasi Hills, and I stand here to share my experience from the Aspire training program and how it has helped me personally. I've gained so much, I could speak all day, but time is limited, so I'll just highlight the important points. First of all, the most dearest thing I've learned is the values. Values like trust, loyalty, respect, responsibility. These values are not available in the market, but must be cultivated in our daily lives, in our hearts. So from the training program, I learned that these values are very important. Like the MDA government that works like a team, we also learn the value of teamwork, where together everyone can achieve more. We also learn the value of manners, how to behave. And as youths, we have difficulties in communication. This is the truth. We have stage fear of public speaking. And right now, I am also nervous, but Because of the Aspire training program, they provided me with such a platform that I am able to overcome this fear, to face this challenge head on with a brave heart. And as youth, we are in a state of confusion. We go to studies, but we are in that state of confusion, not knowing what to do with our lives.
Kapor bakai nga di amde belaka malla nga ngayo iya kapor kaya nga andre kapor bangaladap kumbakat lai kasaus nami tenga layo bangmat bat ngamla shuman yo i hagi tu Snem kumba lai saus nami nga susong klem da le i tena do bangala tip jaga betini society tenga layo ya training hanya ko betini society ila ikai nga kum dimura sinsa lani kriya isang to dengan lapanan kami gitu hadin mengaladep ya tak training kata kamu haus nem arjar we arjar ar kamu na hadu nadu arjar lai ngala sedang ya tegikam te kumta ter haus nem arjar kat ar ngala sedang mansim galun ban terlun ya tegikam jonga te ngala sim ya galun ban ngala Jadi Jingsynshar kumba kendai bentalai ngalas dang bansna yaki kumba pra lani kendai benai adin nga posisi nami ngala pendai barsiu ya gini galon te kumta iya tadi border te kumta how nu Snem arjar kat kendai ngalayo ya ka training na ka EDB project kabala penjai napa betani society ini te kani ka training le kabak ham ther ha kabak MC ma nama tajongi iba don jingduna konmen nama ki hikayang ni kumno bagin rijingri kum gisyar lani ban kumno ban snack is bo kumno bang yada ya ka kendo nangta kumta tete hikayang te hadin bala adep ya kani ka training house nemarjar ka kendai abnai jun te masli nang tu hasnong alasna ya kini kasem siar kumbalai kamrai tengal apende bau tu Snem arjar kendai ban sna ya gitu daus Snem arjar arko ngalamut ban thid ya ki siar sambai ban ri henrai ladon ke lockdown ngamla suban le ye hau tu Snem arjar arko kala syukut kum tu henrai haus Snem arjar arko we ngala yo lat ban thid khendiat ki siar kumbasau potli teng ngalari gitu la benhe ya gitu kumbasau benai nadu bakidang re heduk inda dak sau benai ikhablen ini kisya gede kisya leya te kumta ndakila dak sau benai kila kha kila penmi bisa kejingmi na gitu kisau potli kadai ha ka kejingmi na gitu kisau potli kami bisa kumba pra lani kinda jar ha kasibnai.
And our vision is waste to grace. We aim to convert plastic waste into a resource which can be turned into a blessing. We are working to convert plastic waste into durable furniture and other household items. At the moment, we are able to make stools and flower pots which are much durable, affordable, and corrosion resistant. We are also rigorously working towards adding more products as we move ahead. We not only want to save plastic waste from going to the landfills and oceans, but we also hope to reduce deforestation and also because our plastic products that we are making, they can be an alternative towards this wooden furniture, and also at the same time we would like to generate employment. Currently we are at a very early stage, but we do have a minimal viable products.
4 years just gone by. In 2018, the people of Meghalaya have elected new legislator for 5 years. I'm very happy that in this 2018, I think it'll be the youngest house where Meghalaya where constituencies have been represented by many young people. I'm very happy that on the 7th of March 2018, a Council of Ministers was formed, which is one of the youngest Council of Ministers in the state of Meghalaya. The government was formed with a coalition of partners, and everybody thought that this government were being led by the inexperienced chief minister, and most of the council of ministers are first-timer. What will be the future of the state? But under the leadership of our chief minister, we took up the challenge. And the challenge is how to serve the people better. And these 4 years is very challenging. To bring any development to the state, you need 3 pillars. Number 1, stability. It is the first time in the history of Meghalaya where there is a political stability. We have a difference as a political party in the coalition, but our difference, ultimately, we could solve it within, so that it will not affect the development of the people and the development of the state. Number 2, we trust each other. We have a chief minister who trusts his cabinet, who trusts the ideas of his cabinet, how to develop the state and how to serve the people better. This helps us bond together for the purpose of saving the people. And number 3, we have the government which listen, which our ears are in the ground. There are so many challenges in these 4 years. But as I said many times, there is no challenge, no problem which we could not solve if there is an exchange of ideas, exchange of problem, and moreover, the government should be open-minded even to listen. But when there is a dialogue with a stakeholder, when there is a dialogue with the people, we know the people have trust. I must say that we are here, we have completed 4 years because of the trust of the people, because of the trust of the officers, because of the trust amongst each other. So I wish that our state, we will be able to carry on to serve the people, to serve the society as bestowed upon us in these years to come. I wish that any difference, any issues which we have, we should be able to resolve across the table. With these few words, once again, I'm very thankful to the people of Meghalaya who have given us the opportunity to serve the state. I'm very thankful to my colleague MLA across the coalition partner who have reposed a faith in the government led by Konrad K. Sangma. I'm very thankful to the bureaucrats, to the officers who have, to the employee, have faith in us.
We have just completed on the 6th of March 4 years of running the government in the state of Meghalaya. However, 6 was Sunday, so we could not celebrate. Ultimately, we decided that today we will celebrate And we will also flash out few initiatives taken by the government way back from 2018 till 6th March 2022. The booklet which was just released by the Honorable Chief Minister, I'm sure all of you will get a copy. When you go back home, you can read it page by page, and ultimately, conclusion is yours. It is so happened that this year we are celebrating our 50th anniversary of our statehood, which is to be concluded in the month of December 2022. Let me just remind myself, with humility I'll mention this. 21st January, when we celebrated our statehood, attaining the 50th years, few section of our people in the state, they refused to celebrate. I really don't know why. I remember that young student from my rank who has just said, it seems confusion prevails. If confusion prevails, you need aspirational training. Spend time. You need interventional training. And I'm sure one day you will realize that by the grace of Almighty, if we go back to 1972 and the difference that we have till today, it is unspeakable. And I used to have only one shirt in a year and one pant in a year. But when we reach 50 years, what a difference. That time Preston Song was just like a monkey. And now he became like Amitabh Bachchan. So friends, those who are still confusing yourself, please go back to the history. You cannot hide it. Go back to the history and join with us the celebration we are going to conclude in December 2022. So friends, I don't want to talk much. I'm so happy today we are able to collect ourselves over here. As already mentioned by Honorable Home Minister Barumboy, day one when the government was formed, some section of people say that time, this government is not even temporary, not even ad hoc. It is the government of contractual basis, which may last maybe 3 months, which may last maybe within 1 year. But by the grace of Almighty, let me tell you friends, in spite of challenges, in spite of odds, under the leadership of our Chief Minister, Shri Conrad Sangma, we are as we are today. Change has taken place. That time when we go back to 2018 slogan, during the general election, the citizens of the state says, the slogan says, we want change. We want to see change take place, not only in urban area. Change has to start from the remotest area, from rural area. And now it happened. But I don't claim that we are able to do it 100%. We cannot. But we will try our best. As government, we are fully dedicated to meet the aspiration and to meet the mandate made by the people of the state. So let us pray that the government under the leadership of Shri Conrad Sangma continue to discharge its duties, its constitutional duties, to serve the state better. And you will see so many changes will happen again in the next few days from now. Only one thing before I sit down. You have seen so many initiatives taken by the government. I would like to request one thing. Because see, the initiative taken from Secretariat, what happened is, it does not reach down to the village level. When you ask this question, I was trying to do my small research. Sometimes the parents or the youths, the blame comes to the government. They said, yes, chief minister, ministers, chief secretary, senior officers in the secretariat, they talk big. But in the village, nothing was there. So what I would like to propose or to suggest here is for the parents, especially in the rural area, you must have seen the government has taken initiative to bring down the administration nearer to the doorstep of the rural population.
It has been a meaningful year for us because on the 50th year, the Golden Jubilee of our state, we have an indigenous woman as our chief secretary, and we also have an indigenous woman as our special DG. So it's really a special day for the women, I think for the first time in the history of the state, and that too on the Golden Jubilee year. Both the top administrative posts, which is the Chief Secretary and the Special DG's post, are both being held by women, and that too women from our own state. So I think it's a very proud moment for all of us, and I think we must give them a round of applause, and to all the women of our state. Friends, I don't want to take much time because I think we've been here for 2.5 hours, if you didn't realize. And it's been a very, very long afternoon, and you have seen a lot, you have heard a lot, and I'm sure that you will take away a lot from what was shown to you in these last 2.5 hours, and more importantly, the different testimonies you heard. So I would disagree with our compere who said that we are at the most important part. We are not at the most important part of this program. My speech is not at all the most important part. The most important part was to hear the people. I think the most important part of the program was really to listen to the citizens of our state on the different things that were done. And we've always believed that we should talk less and do more. So I don't think we want to break that principle also. But I must take this opportunity, first of all, by appreciating and thanking the people who have made these last 4 years possible. And therefore, I start with the Almighty for really blessing us and guiding us in this last 4 years. And many challenges have come our way, as has been mentioned by so many of our leaders. But in those challenges and those difficult times, somehow there was always a guiding force that we could feel. And I truly believe that He has led us from above to these difficult times and blessed us with all the blessings that we have seen in our beautiful state in the last 4 years. I want to thank our cabinet colleagues who have really worked very, very hard and dedicatedly for all the work that they have done in the last 4 years. Also the honorable MLAs, who have also been individuals who have really focused and worked at their constituency level, our chief secretaries, our officials, and all the team members who have really made the last 4 years possible. And I believe in a very small but a simple formula and a principle that I follow a lot in office, and you will know why when I tell you. And I always believe that as a leader or as somebody who's managing things, the biggest challenge or the most important thing for you to do is to find the right people and allow them to work. Find the right people and allow them to work. Now that does not mean I don't want to work, so don't get it wrong. It simply means that one has to believe in your team. It also means that you have to allow your team to do what they have to do, believe that they will do the right thing, and give them the independence to make the decision which they feel is best in the interest of their department or their constituency, or whatever goal or target that they have. And that is why I strongly feel that the teamwork that we have had is something that has been great, and every individual has worked in their particular areas with a true sense of commitment, and that is why we have seen a lot of these challenges that came along our way, we were able to overcome most of them. While I say that, as was mentioned by our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, of course there is a lot more to be done. We are not here to harp on the fact that we have done a lot. We have done whatever we could, but there is a lot more to be done. There are a lot of things that did not go correct or right the way that we thought it would. And so some decisions were taken, and maybe those decisions were not correct. But one thing I can tell you, that the decisions may not have been correct, but our intent was always correct. Our vision was always correct. We always kept the people of the state in front of us in every decision that we made. And yes, maybe the decisions did not work out the way we expected them, but let me tell you, the intent was always in the right direction and always for the benefit of the people of the state. At this point in time, I would just like to stress that right at the beginning of the term, we had stressed on one very simple concept. Again, simple concepts are the best concepts. You just have to make sure that it is done well. And we stressed on the fact that whatever we do, whatever programs are there, and I'm sure you remember me saying this on the floor of the House also, that we will ensure that we do it better. So there are a lot of programs. I won't go much into details. I was just showing our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, because it was his department, that in PMGSY alone, in the year 2020-21, we were constructing 2 kilometers of road every day. 2 kilometers of road every day. And in the last 4 years, we have constructed 1,850 kilometers of roads, amounting to more than 1,400 crores. And there was a time when the government of India had started blacklisting us for not being able to complete projects which were lasting for more than 15 years. When we took over, there were projects from 2002, 2003, 2004 which were not complete. And in a matter of 3 to 4 years, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister was telling me that as of today, we are one of the best performing states when it comes to PMGSY. And it's not about, as I keep saying, about doing different things. It's just doing it differently. Just ensuring that we do it better. Just ensuring that we focus on it more. There was a time, I was telling our cabinet colleagues, that the expenditure of the government in an annual basis used to not even touch 10,000 crores. 10,000 crores used to be our annual expenditure. This year, we will be crossing an annual expenditure of over 15,500 crores. That's a 33% jump in the overall money that the government spends. And as you're aware, some of the basic economics, if the economic students are there, that a large part of SDGP, that is State Gross Domestic Product, is the government spending factor. So obviously, as the government spending grows, then our GDP of the state also is reflected. This money flows into the economy. When this money flows into the economy, it is the people who get this money. They will further spend the money, and that's how the economy rolls. So government spending is very important to add stimulus into the overall economy and see the growth. And in times like these, when we have COVID challenges, these are very important factors to make sure that our economy is back on track. And I'm very happy to tell you that in the last 2 years, in spite of the COVID challenges we faced, we have been able to ensure that our spending did not go down, but went up. So therefore, in many such programs and schemes, be it health department, be it MJNREGA, be it the road construction, be it the drinking water scheme, be it programs to farmers, be it help to the youth, be it different entrepreneurship programs, you have seen it all. I don't want to repeat it. But in all these aspects, we just tried to do things better. We picked up where it was. We thank the past governments for what they did. We just tried to improve on it, make it more efficient, improve the monitoring, improve the accountability, and ensure that the projects were implemented faster and the flow of the money was made quicker. We have made so many administrative reforms which a lot of you will not even realize it, because it's not something that we talk about a lot. I'll just give you an example. We have a scheme called the Chief Minister's Special Development Fund. There was a time when this program would require 2 years for the money to be released. 2 years from the day the approval was given. And the reason is because it would have to go through 7 different layers and departments to finally reach the beneficiary, in spite of the budgeted allocation that was given. We simply cut off 6 out of the 7 layers, we cut off the 6 layers, and there's just 1 layer now. And instead of 2 years, now the money is released within 15 days of the approval given by the Chief Minister. And these kind of reforms are there in many departments. Small things, but you won't realize it, but that's what administrative and financial reforms that we do that improves the overall governance and delivery mechanism at the grassroots level. So friends, I will not go too much into technical details. Today has been a long day, we've seen a lot, and I'm sure that throughout this year, we will talk more about this, and we will see much more on micro details of how lives have changed at the grassroots level. And I will only end my small and short speech by simply saying just 2 things. First thing is, whatever we do, each and everyone present out here, we must always do it with a sense of a purpose in our mind. And you must always remember, what is it that you are here for? I must keep reminding myself, what is it that I'm here for? Am I here to be a person to sit in the Chief Minister's seat? Or am I here to serve the people of the state and to be able to make a positive difference in the lives of the people? Your purpose must be clear. You must know what your goal is. And this goes for each and every one of you, all the officials, who are here with us, all the ministers, all the MLAs, including myself. And the second thing which I want to say, which our Honorable Deputy CM was stressing on, is that it cannot happen in just one direction or just with one individual or with just one stakeholder taking interest. Making a society better, creating a more happier society, creating a more developed nation or a developed state, creating a more equal state, all of these aspects, education or health or any kind of development or governance aspect, requires all stakeholders to work together. The government has got its role to play, which we will do to our very best. But the society also has a role to play. The officials have a role to play. The entrepreneurs have a role to play. The youth have a role to play. If each one of us realizes what our role is, commits ourselves to that role, focuses on that vision or that purpose that you might have in your mind, that is the only way we will succeed in reaching our target 10 in 10, which is top 10 states in 10 years. And I'm determined to do that. And I'm sure that we will reach that. But we need to work together as a team, not just the government, but the society and the public, the people of our state of Meghalaya as a whole. So with these few words, I once again thank all of you for being very patient and being part of this program. And I want to thank all the people who have been involved in this last 4 years to make these 4 years a wonderful experience. It has been very challenging, as was mentioned by the Honorable Home Minister, not the easiest, but it is through teamwork, through trust, and through commitment that we have overcome a large number of challenges, many more to come, much more to be done, and I'm sure that with all the support that we have, with all the team